A little life lesson, little business lesson. You got to be willing to go in. You got to be willing to go in. Go all the way. I went to Starbucks and the line was crazy. And the line was wrapped all the way out to the street. And I logged in on the app. And I ordered my drink. And it was 1:28. It said your expected time for pickup is 1:40. They say that because they don't want to underquote you, and then you fire hot, you going off. And the drive-thru was full at this location. I went in, I literally was in there 1 to 2 minutes. I walked in, the lady said, "You got a mobile order?" I said, "Yes, ma'am, for Tony." And she said, "Okay, I'm working on that right now." Because she saw me standing there. I come out, the cars that was 2-3 cars in front of me, they still in the line, haven't even got to the speaker to place their order. The man looked out his window. He was fire hot. You got to be willing to go in. What I mean by that is you got to be willing to go the extra mile. So the world is created for those who are not lazy to win. And the more technology you have, technology provides shortcuts. That's why every restaurant have an app now. And that app, when you place that order on that app, it goes boom. So when I go to Chick-fil-A, that line be wrapped around. I want to own me a Chick-fil-A. I want to buy me a Chick-fil-A. They business so good. That line be wrapped around the corner. But guess what? It's 10 cars in front of you. If you know you eat Chick-fil-A, you download the Chick-fil-A app. You place your order for curbside pickup if they got it. And then you place your order. Your order goes in front of them 10 cars that's in front of you because they haven't even gotten to the speaker. Or the person haven't walked up to them. So now you using technology just gave you an advantage. But what it took you going the extra mile. It took you using a little data on your phone, taking a little time, going to your app store, downloading the app. The same thing with business. When you go the extra mile. So there's always something that's available to you. Somebody will take and do something that's clunky on their website. For just a little bit more, they could have something that's clean and smooth. And guess what? Make 10 times more money just for doing something that's just a little bit better, just a little smoother. And so I say that to say, you have to, I see the little car lot over here. I'm thinking about supporting them, little independent car lot. And they really want to talk to them about being a consultant. See, I want to have me a little independent car lot so I can, do deals for single parents, or people that's in the struggle, do little deals for them, but I got to convince my wife of it because I got too much going on. She's like, "Listen, you don't need nothing else going on." But sometimes it just be the entrepreneurial spirit. And so look, you got to go the extra mile in your business. So my software that I use for my courses, like I could have tried to do a course on TonyGaskins.com. And what I could have did is have a PayPal button that you click and pay. And then it take you to a page that you could download each lesson. But that's through my website. That's through WordPress. And it just would have been all over the place. But instead, somebody took and coded a software, made a software. That this software is standalone, TonyGaskinsAcademy.com. And that in that software, I'm able to shoot my courses. I could upload my courses right there. I could title every chapter. You go there, you could create a profile. It keep track of every student. I could separate the courses and I could email just the students of that course. I could email all of the students. I could see when you logged in. I could see the date you logged in. I could see what materials you access and how much of the course you done finished, how much of the course you haven't finished. And they have it encrypted to where I cannot see your payment information. They can't see your payment information. All it will show is that if you use a Visa or a MasterCard, it don't say nothing else. It had a little stars. Ain't nothing that I could click that show me your payment information, so you secure. I cannot charge your card. I can't click charge this card. I can't do none of that. It's all of that is secure and can't hack into it. None of that. Now I can incorporate PayPal if I want people to be able to pay with PayPal, but PayPal is going through a lot of scams right now, so I don't do PayPal. You only can pay with debit or credit card through Stripe, because way less scams right now. The scammers teaching people how to do PayPal scams right now, and then y'all not finna be playing with my business, because I have to come get with you now. So we don't do PayPal right now, just Stripe. You just click and pay debit or credit card. But listen, it track all the revenue. It got all these different, metrics and stuff that it's tracking for me. And guess what? It's $99 a month. It's $99 a month, and I got unlimited courses, unlimited students for $99 a month. So think about the return on investment on but see, that was just an extra mile. Just had to do a little extra Googling and just go to the extra mile. I tried to go do it myself, but I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. So guess what? My company, we wasted money trying to build Tony Gasson's Academy from scratch. Spent like, I think, $18,000 trying to build it. It crashed in 2 months because I don't know nothing about coding. So I don't know the people that I'm hiring to code, if they really know what they know. And to God be the glory, he gave me the peace and just, to be okay, the way I ain't had their head on a slab somewhere for stealing my money, not being able to do what they said they knew how to do. And God restored me, and then I found this company. That's all they do. So it's just the extra mile. A lot of times we want to cut people out and we want to do everything ourselves, but that comes from ego, when it's other people already doing it, and that's what they called to do. So, I was talking to a guy yesterday about how, like, I don't do anything around my house. Yes, I could learn how to lay tile on the floor. I could learn how to, change, put in windows and do stucco, but that take time. The people that know how to do that the right way, they've been doing that 20 years. I don't have 20 years to get to the level that they know how to do it. So God bless me to do what I do, then I bless him to do what he does, instead of trying to take his job and be everything. Instead of me trying to take his job and be everything, if I had the ability to be a blessing to him, now if I ain't had the money, then yeah, I got to go learn it. But then guess what? You actually spending more money, because you could have paid him one time to do it right. But then when you go spend all this money trying to teach yourself how to do it, now you done did it 4 times over because you trying to get it right. So now you done spent more than what you would have spent had you just paid him to do it or her to do it. Just that extra mile. Yeah, it costs you a little something, but that's what they do. So you just go that extra mile. So it's like this right here. A lot of people, they have a scarcity mindset, so they build their own website. They build their own website, but if you're not a graphic designer, you ain't went to school for graphic design, you ain't went to school for web design, and you build your site, and yes, it costs you $15 a month to have that website, and you do everything yourself, and yeah, you feel good. But listen, you could have went to Fiverr.com and got somebody to build your site for $150, for $500, and that's all they do every single day. You get them a temporary password to log in and build a site. They build a site, you log in, you change your password so they could never log in again. Now the fact that you could build it yourself, the fact that you know how to log in and you know how to tweak and change stuff, now you got a nice layout that's aesthetically pleasing, everything in the right place, and all you got to do is just click and swap their picture that they got up for the new picture you want to put up. Swap out this starting date for your group course for the new starting date. That's all you got to do, but the site is done. And so that's what I did. I built my own website. I went on Oprah. I went on Tyra Banks. I went on the 700 Club with my own built website, and it was terrible. It was ugly. So you know what? In that time when people heard my name and saw my name, it could have blew me up. But when they went to my website and it looked like a $5 site, because I was paying $15 a year for it or something like that, and it was self-built. And I remember when I talked to a PR lady, she said, Tony, you got to get a new site. She said, if you're going to be doing all this press and you getting yourself on all these shows, you need to have a nice site. It was because I took shortcuts. I hadn't spent the money that I would have to pay for a site. I hadn't spent that 5 times over. Scarcity mindset. I'm going to do it myself. It hurt me. It cost me business. Got with a guy I know who do sites. Paid him $1,000. $1,000. That site made me tens of thousands. The other site made me nothing. You see what I mean? So just for a little bit more. So it's like, okay, you tight. Yes, you tight, but you could save. You could save. You could wait. You could take your time. First impression lasts a long time. You could take 1 more month, 2 more months, 3 more months, put up the savings. Okay, boom. I got 500 now. Let me build this site. Boom, here I go. Built this site. Let me go. Just like with my mentor.life. My mentor.life, first impression lasts a long time. So it's like when coaches go on there, that's why I tell the coaches, like, listen, just pump your brakes. Just pump your brakes. Instead of taking a picture, taking a selfie in your car, or taking a selfie in your house up against the wall, just get on thumbtack.com. Thumbtack.com. Type in photographer. It's going to come up. Bring you photographers near you. Pay $100. $200 max to get a professional photo, to get a professional headshot. That selfie may get you 0 clients, or let's say it get you 5 clients. That professional headshot will then get you 10 times the amount of clients, because of the presentation is better. And so that's what you got to think about. Now you also got to know what you comfortable with and what you going after. So see, like with me, I could pay a videographer to shoot my videos, but guess what? I know that my videos would not be as effective because I'm shy and I'm an introvert. So that's why when y'all see my videos, that's why you see my courses are totally different. My online courses, it's nothing to laugh at in there. It's nothing, my voice really don't change much. It's very, professional. It's very monotone, and it's like you in school. The reason why it's like that in my courses is because somebody's in the room. Because this person in the room looking me in my face, and I'm shy. I'm an introvert. But on this here YouTube, when I just flip my camera phone on, I could be all the way me, because it's just me. Because it's just me, and I'm by myself. So it's me and God. And then what I do is, when I finish this video, I just upload it. Because I'm critical of myself, and because I'm naturally shy, if I watch my work back and I go through and I edit it, the video will never get posted. So it's a lot of people who, they shoot on a camera, they upload the video to their computer, and then they go into iMovie or Movie Magic or Final Cut Pro and they edit it. And they have a personality that they're not naturally shy, or they're not overly critical of themselves, or they may be. And some people shoot the same video 3 times, 10 times. I don't have that kind of time. I'm a businessman and I got a family. I got over 50 streams of income. I stopped counting how many companies. I got a lot that I got to focus on. I got 30 email addresses that get emails that I got to go through. So I got a lot that I have to manage and oversee. So I don't have time to shoot a video 3 times, 10 times. That's why I might not have time to sit down and shoot a video. That's why I'm shooting a video while I'm driving. I'm not looking at you. I'm driving safe. I'm on a kind of empty road, but I ain't gonna do this in the middle of driving 80 miles an hour. But That's why I'm doing this, because now I'm multitasking. I'm going to do some errands for my wife. I'm picking up this store, that store, going to the sporting store, going to Starbucks, going to Target, doing the runs for my wife. So at the same time, I get this video in, because I'm a married man with a family that I got to take care of. So I don't have the time to shoot a video 3 times. So I settle for me shooting, or I choose to shoot my videos this way. I choose to shoot my videos this way because it fit my personality. So now that's totally different than if you take and you just being cheap or being lazy, or you want to take shortcuts, or you too in a rush. Because see, sometimes you too in a rush, it'll cost you. Now it may come a day to where I talk to myself so much on this phone that I'm comfortable. And it may come a day to where my channel evolves from just teaching to kind of vlogging and showing my life and showing my family and showing, you know, a little bit more of me, to where I got a camera person. And that might be a year, 2 years, 5 years. It may never happen. But if that happen, I evaluate that and say, okay, what's going to be the difference? Or it might be a second channel, you know, the Gaskins family or something. And I'll look at that and I'll evaluate that. And so what you have to do is, you got to be willing to spend that extra dollar. You got to be willing to go that extra mile. So it's kind of like, there's certain people that they'll go and they do consulting. Now, for one, you got to vet that consultant. You got to be able to look and see that that consultant has done what he or she says that they can teach you to do. You got to be able to do that now. Don't fall for the okie doke. You got to be able to look and see. So you could look and see my creation of mymentor.life. You could look and see my creation of TonyGaskinsAcademy.com. You could look and see TonyGaskins.com. You could go on Amazon and search Tony Gaskins, and you could see my books that I have written. You could go on iTunes. You could go on Audible, and you could search my name and you could see what I've produced. When you hire a consultant, you need to be able to see what they have produced in the area that they say they could help you in. You could look at my social media following on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and see that I've built a personal brand. So before you take my personal brand course, you need to be able to verify that I have a personal brand that I've built from scratch. So now when you see that, now you know, okay, tested, tried, and true, the proof is in the pudding. So now it's people who I made a turn that I thought I was going the right way, and I might be going the wrong way, because now it look like I'm finna be in Georgia and I live in Florida. So y'all forgive me now, but I'm gonna ride this road on out and just kind of see a little something. But now listen to me now. Listen to me now. There are people who they say, hey, before I make this move, I talked to a lady yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the day before. And she's a flight attendant. I don't have any regular sessions available right now. So she paid for a VIP session. A VIP session is $600 for an hour. She paid for that session. And we talked. And she said, I want to talk to you before I launch. And in that talk, we changed the flight path. We added a couple of tweaks. It was some affirmation in there. It was some tips in there. There was some tools in there that I know if she activates and she's diligent and she's consistent, she could be a 6-figure, 7-figure earner 3 to 5 years from now. I already know that. I believe that. Why? Because what I gave her, I've already done it. Guess what? She has way more personality than me. She's way more dynamic personality than me. So she can really blow up and boom. Yeah, I think I took the wrong turn. I'm in somebody else, whole nother city. So that's what I realized. Lord, where I'm at. Oh my goodness. I'm out here. I need to get out of here, boy. This way it look like they hang them high out here. Lord, cover me. Be with me. Bless me. So you hear me? Now listen to me now. She did that right there. Got the blueprint. Boom. Enacted the plan. Now she gonna activate the plan. But now she's on a new path. So now she on a new path. So got some confirmation. Got some revelation. So guess what? Had she launched in my space as a life coach, speaker, YouTuber, all the stuff that I do, had she launched without talking to me, because she looking at like, okay, I'm getting ready to go and do something that he does, something that he's become successful at. If he has earned 7 figures and he gives me some insight from the mistakes he made, then this $600 could have a 10,000% return. And so that's what she told herself. So she spent $600 that she could have said, I don't have. And she said, nah, Tony, this is a sacrifice. Nah, I ain't rolling in the dough. She said that to me. I had another call with a coach. She spent $600 for a VIP session. She said, Tony, this ain't. She said, at no time have I invested in myself and I just had money falling out my ears, just growing on trees. Every single time I've invested in myself, in a course, in a certification, in a coaching session, it has been an investment. It has been a sacrifice, because I got 3 kids. That's what she said to me. And how I have learned is just that extra mile. That's what you got to be willing to go in. You got to be willing to go in. And that's what a lot of people, you want it so fast. So you take shortcuts and you say, I ain't gonna do a real website. I ain't gonna spend $500 for a website. You know, I'm gonna rush. I'm gonna just do this site myself with no technical skills, no computer skills. I'm gonna do this site myself. Site look terrible. I ain't gonna do no headshot. $100, $200. Nah, I ain't gonna do no headshot. I'm gonna just take this with my nice phone. Now, if you got a nice phone and you could at least go the extra mile by going to the park, getting some greenery behind you, putting the camera on portrait mode, and having somebody take a picture of you with your phone or their phone. You might have an iPhone 6. Your friend got the Galaxy Note 15 or the iPhone 12. Then they could take a good quality picture of you out at the park with some greenery behind you, and it looked just as good as a photographer's picture. Now you in a good place. So now you like, okay, boom, we good. So you don't have to go to a photographer because you already made the investment in your phone, or you made the sacrifice to ask your friend and to get up, get dressed, and to go to the park. You see what I mean? You still went in. You got to be willing to go in. And so some people say, I ain't gonna do no headshot, I ain't gonna do no real website, or I'm not gonna join mymentor.life because that's $20. That's $20 a month. I'm gonna take the life coach certification, but I'm gonna just be on my own. And $20 a month could end up making you 10 times that a month, because it's tens of thousands of people being driven to mymentor.life. But you said, no, I'm gonna just go it alone because I ain't got $20. $20 is gonna put me in the poorhouse. That is way too much money. Scarcity mindset. Guess what? You get what you put in. That's biblical. You reap what you sow. You don't multiply the talents. The talents that you do have gonna be taken from you. What I mean by, you don't invest your money to receive a return. You gonna just lose your money to people who invest in their money. You know why? Because your money still gonna get spent. Your money still gonna be spent. So it's better to invest in you. If you're gonna spend money, invest in you while you spending money. Don't just spend money to somebody who have invested in themselves to market themselves. So now they invested time and money to market themselves, and you spending your money with them. But then you don't take any of your money and invest it on yourself. Yep, I sure enough went the wrong way. Sure enough did. Well, I was all up the road. Y'all forgive me. You know, sometimes men, we think we got a natural map in our mind and we don't want to listen to no map or nothing. And here I am. I went all out the way, but it's good though, because it let the video be a little longer and you get a little bit more out of me. My wife ain't got no deadline for me to be back. Now, so listen, I got to let y'all go because I got my ice caramel macchiato and the ice melting in there. So I'm losing effectiveness of my shot. You know, I ain't even drink all the time I met my wife. That's why I tell you, well, you can influence your partner, good or bad, good, bad or ugly. You are influence to your partner. I ain't even drink no Starbucks. I met my wife. I thought the people were crazy selling that coffee that much. So now listen to me. You got to be willing to go in. And the whole lesson comes from when I went in and I walked out of there. Well, I walked out of that Starbucks with a pep in my step. Do you hear me? When I came out that Starbucks, I was just a giddy. You hear me? I looked at the man who was in front of me, who saw me get out. Because I pulled real up close to his car to back in, because he was in the drive-thru. And I was backing into the parking spot, so I pulled real close up to him, so I know he seen me, and I know he watched me hop out the truck and walk in. So I just made sure I gave him a little look. Yeah. Went in. Yeah, went in. You healthy, you strong. I can see how you look. You're lazy. You could have walked in. You'd have been walking out with me. No, you want to wait in this long line. Go right. All right, go right ahead. You see what I'm saying? You got to be willing to get in. And see, that's what I think about. That's what I think about life. And that's why I realized the difference between the successful and the unsuccessful. It's a mindset. It's who willing to invest. Who willing to invest. Now, everything you taking a chance. I made an investment. I saw an investment. I said, hey, I'm finna get in on this investment. I told my partner. He had the ability to invest. He did not invest. I jumped in on the investment. Guess what? My money done doubled. My money doubled. He's sitting there looking sour face. Man, I should have did it. But I said, listen, you're going to lose the money anyway. You're going to blow the money anyway. Eat not, going out to eat, doing this and that. Make an investment in you. Didn't want to listen. So guess what? That's the difference between the successful and the unsuccessful. Who willing to go the extra mile? Who willing to invest in themselves? Who willing to spend that extra dollar? Who willing to do it? I got a client. She took and she went the extra mile. She did Facebook marketing. She said, look, I got a business. I'm making money. I can make more money. I'm going to hire a professional Facebook marketer, somebody who tested, tried, and true. I see their resume, who they work for. I got a reference letter for who they work for to let me know they really know how to do these Facebook ads. I'm going to hire them. I'm going to spend $2,500 a day for 2 weeks. She had that. Now, she ain't going to debt on it. She had that. Spent that money. Spent $2,500 a day for a week or 2 weeks. So you do the math. Let's say around 14K. Made over 400,000. Made over 400,000 in 1 week. So yeah, the ads was for a week. In 1 week, made over 400,000. Why? Went the extra mile. It's a lot of people in that same position who they made some money and they sitting on 10K extra. They're just sitting there in the account, ain't really growing. Could take that 10K, get with a professional now, tested, tried, and true. Somebody got reference after reference now. Not just somebody you Google and you go to the first website at the top of Google. No, that could be a shark. That could be a scammer. So you need to talk to somebody who in business. You reach out to me. Hey, you know a Facebook marketer? Yep, I surely do. Tested, tried, and true. I know he know what he doing. Here you go. Boom. Just like that. Or you do a session with somebody who you see in business. Get some insight from, okay, boom, gotcha. And so just like that, turned 14K into over 400,000 in 1 week. Went the extra mile. So that's what I mean. This whole thing, what I'm trying to get you to understand in 2020, you're going to have to change your mindset if you want to be successful. If you want generational wealth, if you want to be able to pass down wealth, if you want to be able to start a restaurant, start a clothing line, start a company, start something that your kids could take over, or something that if you ain't got kids, that your family don't have to worry, that your family could be blessed when you leave this earth. Something that you have that can't nobody take from you. If you want that, you're going to have to change your mindset. You're going to have to get out that lack, get out that scarcity, get out that greed, and you're going to have to make a change. Hey, this Tony Gaston. God bless you. I'm here. I got to pick up at the sporting good, picking up my son Cleats. He got my youngest boy playing flag football. Got him a game tonight. God bless you. We'll talk.